The rivalry inside McLaren has exploded after the Singapore Grand Prix. What began as a friendly, sharp contest between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri has turned into a tense standoff that could decide not only who becomes the 2025 Drivers' Champion, but also whether their team squabbles end up helping Max Verstappen steal the title. Piastri still leads the standings by 22 points over Norris, yet Singapore pulled back the curtain on growing resentment. The Australian's irritation was obvious throughout the race, and his radio messages made it clear he feels worn down by choices the team has made. The key moment happened right away at turn 1. Norris sent a bold dive down the inside, clipped Max Verstappen, and then bumped into Piastri as well. The contact harmed Norris's front wing, but he still emerged ahead of his teammate. From Piastri's view, this was another case of Lando being allowed to push the limits while he is asked to think about the team first. Over the radio, he hinted that what happened did not look like teamwork. Later, when McLaren told him they would not act on the incident, his frustration grew. He essentially asked if the team was okay with Norris muscling him aside. When the reply came back that it was being treated as a normal racing clash, he said it wasn't right. The most revealing part of the weekend came after the checkered flag. McLaren boss Zak Brown got on the radio to congratulate both drivers for securing the Constructors' title. Piastri cut the message off before Brown could finish. That choice, small as it was, carried a big meaning. His patience with how the team is managing the pair is running out. This did not come out of nowhere. Piastri has felt the rough end of strategy and team orders multiple times this year. In Hungary, he was told to let Norris through to help his teammates' title push. In Italy, a similar theme appeared. Now in Singapore, when Norris's aggressive move directly affected Piastri's race, there was again no intervention. Watching across the season, a pattern seems to be forming. Even though Piastri is on top in the standings, he senses the team does not back him the same way. McLaren's uneven approach to their own papaya rules has fed the idea that the treatment is not equal. Team principal Andrea Stella even warned that the team could lose the faith of their drivers if they keep making calls that are not consistent. Those words show that McLaren knows there is a problem, but recent events suggest they still do not have a clear plan to fix it. The numbers make this more dangerous. 6 races are left and 199 points remain on the table. A 22-point edge sounds okay, but in Formula One it can vanish fast. One retirement, a bad pit call, or a rough weekend can flip everything, and there is a threat outside the team that both drivers cannot ignore. Max Verstappen sits 63 points behind Piastri. While McLaren's pair battle each other, he has been quietly reducing the gap. His run to second in Singapore, ahead of both McLarens, showed Red Bull is still in the fight. Verstappen is not fading away, he is waiting for mistakes. This should be a wake-up call for McLaren. Instead of infighting, Norris and Piastri need to work as a unit to keep Verstappen at arm's length. Every point lost to internal conflict is a gift to the Red Bull driver. McLaren has built the fastest car and they have 2 race-winning drivers. If they cannot manage the situation, they risk turning a golden season into a missed chance. Piastri's reaction in Singapore showed a new edge to a driver usually calm and controlled. Since arriving at McLaren in 2023, he has largely followed instructions and put the team first. But now he is a Grand Prix winner and a real title contender, and he expects to be treated as such. His messages in Singapore were a sign that he will not accept a quiet number 2 role. He has grown in confidence and is prepared to speak up when he feels calls are unfair. His manager, Mark Webber, likely plays a part here too. Webber went through his own share of team politics during his F1 career. He knows how small decisions can shape a title fight and how a driver can lose out if he stays silent. It is no surprise if his advice has encouraged Piastri to stand his ground and demand fairness. For Norris, this is complicated as well. He has been a McLaren driver since 2019, helped lift the team back toward the front, and has strong ties everywhere in the garage and at the factory. He is quick, smart, and very popular within the organisation. But his very aggressive racecraft can create messes the team then has to clean up. Singapore was one of those days. He will argue that he saw a gap and went for it. Others will say it crossed the line when it compromised his teammates' race. The upcoming run-in is packed with risk and opportunity. Several of the next 6 rounds include sprint races, which means more points are available, and more moments where something can go wrong. Circuits like Austin, Mexico City and Interlagos allow plenty of overtaking, so track position and pit stop timing will be crucial. Norris has experience and a strong record at some of these venues. Piastri has shown he adapts quickly to new demands and changing conditions. In the end, the one who handles pressure better may come out on top. McLaren's leadership must now make the hard calls. They cannot keep trying to please both drivers while changing the rules depending on the day. That approach has clearly failed. They need to establish firm, transparent guidelines and stick to them, no matter who benefits in a particular race. They also have to accept that a bit of friction is normal when two teammates are fighting for a championship. Managing that friction, not pretending it doesn't exist, is the job. Winning the Constructors' Championship removes one kind of pressure, but it adds responsibility too. With that trophy secured, the focus should be razor sharp on the driver's title. McLaren has not delivered a driver's championship for 17 years. This is their best chance in a long time. If they mishandle their drivers now, they could watch Verstappen, already a four-time world champion, snatch the prize. The mental side is huge in this fight. Many expected Norris to be the main McLaren challenger at the start of the season. Piastri was seen as the quick, smart outsider, but his steady results and calm racecraft have put him in front. That flips the internal dynamic. Norris is now hunting his own teammate, not a rival in another car. That situation requires a mental reset. Some drivers thrive in that scenario, others push too hard and make mistakes. Both men will be judged on how they carry themselves in these final weeks. Media attention is turning up the heat. Every team order gets dissected, every radio message becomes a headline. Every nod or glance between the drivers gets read as a sign of peace or war. That constant noise makes it harder to keep emotions under control. McLaren will need to shield their drivers, keep communication clear, and cut down on mixed messages that feed the story. Looking ahead, both drivers are tied to McLaren on long deals. They will have to share a garage for years. How they behave over the next 6 races may set the tone for the rest of their partnership. If trust breaks completely, repairing it will be extremely difficult. If they can reset, agree on fair rules, and race hard without crossing lines, the team could dominate for a long time. So the picture is simple, even if the choices are not. McLaren owns the best car. They have 2 elite drivers. The title is there to be won. But the team must show discipline and consistency. Norris must balance aggression with respect for the bigger goal. Piastri must keep his cool while pushing for equal treatment, and both must remember who the real danger is. Verstappen, closing in, ready to strike the moment they stumble. If McLaren gets this right, they can turn a tense rivalry into a powerful 1-2 punch. If they get it wrong, they could gift the championship to their main rival and leave lasting scars inside their own team. The last 6 races will decide more than just a driver's crown. They will shape the Norris-Piastri relationship, test McLaren's leadership, and show whether this team has learned how to win when it matters most. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. See you in the next video.